ladies and gentlemen of South and North Carolina. This is a red alert because it looks like Hurricane Dorian has re-intensified to a Category 3 major hurricane, and the potential for landfall in either South Carolina or North Carolina is still on the board. It's going to depend on wobbles, inches, and angles. And no matter what, y'all are going to get some pretty heavy rainfall and some storm surge along the coast. So if you are coastal Carolinas, please have a plan in place and watch the impacts ahead of you to decide what to do with you, your family, your pets, and your poor friends who may need a little help to get out of there. Even on a lower scale, 80 to 100 mile per hour winds and wind gusts are possible. Definitely higher than that. And as you can see, with Hurricane Dorian's slow speed, it is going to be training and tracking rainfall over large areas of the Carolinas and even into Georgia for hours. So tonight may not be the best night to go to sleep. I would definitely track this thing if you are along the coastal areas of the Carolinas. And then I think it will bring some effects up into Virginia and the Northeast, included wind and rain. Dorian absolutely devastated the Bahamas and luckily had light effects on Florida. But it does not appear at this point South Carolina and North Carolina will get off as easily. I'm not aware of a modern Category 3 or higher hurricane that has impacted the Carolinas. And so with this hurricane re-intensifying, this is not the time to let your guard down. Now, I plan to cover this for you guys all night long, although at some point I plan to go for a walk because I need to get in shape and get healthier. But if you are looking at this bad boy, nothing about it makes me feel good. I wish I would have used a better sentence there. Stephen Eckhart pointing out that Dorian vastly larger than it was in the Bahamas. And unfortunately, it's a pretty lopsided hurricane with the heavier rain totals all on the west side, which is bad news for Savannah, Charleston, and up the coast. And if this continues to trend north or northwest, you can expect to see some pretty eye-popping rain totals. Cranky Weather Guy has been nailing this storm all along. Has done a fantastic job. I wrap it up like this. The max left worst case is plausible unless it turns to adopt that next marker to the right. Let it run some clock. Either way, this is meaningless per should I stay or should I go? This is is it 80 miles per hour or is it 100 miles per hour sustained winds query for any particular spot on the coast? And we do what we can, me, Cranky, and the whole Weather Twitter team, and even BP Earthwatch and J7409 to bring you guys the best information we can, but it is solely your responsibility to decide whether you want to stay there or not. I know that me, personally, if I can avoid hurricane effects or tornadoes, I don't like to be there. But that is everybody's own call. And so a max worst case scenario could take it left into South Carolina and then drag it up the coast. Or you could get some coastal scraping, and even if the eye stays offshore here, that would be some pretty bad news as far as sustained winds, storm surge, and heavy rainfall bands. And so you're talking some pretty intense flash flooding. I'd like to thank everybody again in Asteroid Fight Club who has contributed with prayers or donations through the month and through the whole 7 years at THORnews. You guys are the reasons I keep doing this. Because there are a lot of good people on planet Earth, they just don't get any attention in the media. And because things are lit, Typhoon Ling Ling is about to pass directly over Miyakojima. So, prayers to them as well. The indestructible Reed Timmer update. Predecessor rain event has been ongoing all day just offshore eastern North Carolina, with some likely waterspouts, as well as very heavy rain. If this ever can make it on shore, it would cause major flash flooding problems. Cranky Weather Guy showing us that Dorian has been a bit of a wobbler. Weeble wobbles wobble, but they don't fall down. Ed Piotrowski showing us the beautiful calm before the storm. Gorgeous sunset from Myrtle Beach this evening. Be safe, everyone, with a rainbow. And Bernie Reno had picked Myrtle Beach as one of his possibilities of landfall. So definitely stay aware. The Crankster. It's certainly in directional change mode. It is a bit to the right, yet may wobble a bit first. Let it run clock, then decide what it's done and narrow the envelope. Cranky showing it to us on Dorian's Theta W, whatever that means. I think it's heat, and hopefully we can all pray it out to see, but I sure as heck wouldn't depend on that. Simon Brewer. Dorian currently looks very similar to 2005 Wilma after it reorganized into a monstrous Category 3 in the Gulf. Similar size, intensity both under right entrance region of upper air jet streak, both recognized as going ballistic as small hurricanes. Alex Lubbers letting us know that Typhoon Ling Ling is now Category 4 typhoon with winds of 130 miles per hour. Cranky Weather Guy, slow process, yet advanced coming, and cyclone shows outer and inner flat markings to indicate a push is underway. Dorian likely to do a loop around its immediate location and then change direction. 2 potential markers sighted. An envelope drawn. Should know within a few hours. Anthony Siciliano, no doubt about it. Dorian is back up to a major Category 3. Can make out potential tracking. The South Carolina-North Carolina border weakness does bother me as a potential target. If we drift north before the hitch, then that may be plausible, as well as the right turn. Both well represented, thus envelope. And so, there's one of our major areas of concern. So I'm not guaranteeing some type of landfall, but I am guaranteeing some hurricane effects on South and North Carolina tonight. And I highly recommend following Cranky Weather Guy on Twitter, and me as well, at New Thor. Although he's been doing this nonstop for 6 days. So hopefully he'll take a break tonight. But after landfall's decided, who knows? He's been an all-star so far. And I finally took a break today. And overall, this is a marathon, not a sprint. We still got like 57 days to go in peak hurricane season. And we got a lot of players on the board. But definitely if you're in South and North Carolina, please pay attention to this. There will be some life-threatening situations involved. I'm pretty sure. So hopefully I can find my sense of humor again. Because it's like one of my best magic powers, man. Wow, look at that thing. It's getting towed up by the windshield. All right, so everybody stay cool. I will be covering this thing for you. And let's pray it out to see if we can. All right, once again, thanks to Tay and everybody out there for the wonderful job y'all have done through August and now. Y'all stay cool, and God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.